Holy enchanted Batman. Tuesday was an absolute wild day for Lorcana spoiler season. We got new locations, new characters, most importantly, we got new legendaries, and we now know all of them. The Illuminary Gazette has rounded up all the new cards, so let's get into it as there's a lot to cover. The first card we got today was the first legendary of the day. It was revealed by Io Gyoko over on Instagram. It is Hydra Lethal Snake. It is a Storyborn. Watch the teeth. When this character is dealt damage, deal the same amount of damage to chosen opposing character. Wow. A banger to start the day. This has a lot of implications. Obviously, I think the first thing that popped up in my mind and a lot of people's minds was this deals 4 with teeth and ambitions. I think that's going to be a great play to be able to hit stuff. We all know that the magic number is 3 for this game. Just to be able to hit those easy targets, but also once you get higher than 3, you're starting to get into areas where it's harder to hit those numbers. So if you're able to get 3, but also 4 is not bad. I'm really excited about this card. It's in Ruby. It's an uninkable. Does it take the place of Lady Tremaine? I don't know. I think the message I'm going to talk a lot about with all the cards we got today was that we need to do a lot of testing with this set. We are at the point where not everything can be played that you want to be played. With sets 1 and 2, First Chapter and Rise of the Floodborn, there was obviously a very limited card pool, but you didn't have to really deck build to perfection. And I think we're getting to that point where deck building to perfection is going to become, or as close to perfect, is going to come down to it. And I think this Hydra just points out that it's going to be very interesting to see where these cards fit into these decks. Is it Ruby Amethyst material? Is it maybe another Ruby deck? Maybe Ruby Steel? We've seen that get some legs with Weight Set this past set. But Hydra, I do like it. I think it's going to be good. And a lot of these legendaries are going to be really good. The next chunk of cards we got were 5 new locations. They came from the Gamer and Eric Switzer this morning. First one we have is a 2-cost uninkable Amethyst location, 2 move cost, 7 strength. It is Pride Lands, Pride Rock. We are all connected. Characters get +2 willpower, while here, Lion Home, if you have a Prince or King character here, you pay 1 less to play characters, and it is 1 passive lore. I believe we only have 5 Prince or King characters in Amber. There's more in other colors. I think Steel has the most right now. The +2 willpower is gnarly. It doesn't resist 2, but it basically is while they're there. I mean, it isn't because resist 2 stops other things stops your stuff from even taking damage, and this just adds more because it can be banished and you go right back down to your base willpower stats. I like Pride Lands. I don't know if the uninkability in it is going to harm it, but I think there has some potential in this in Amber decks. As I've seen cards right now, Amber, I think, is losing a bit of its legs with all the stuff we've gotten today, and obviously we'll get into that as the video goes on. But I like Pride Lands. I think it's been interesting. Yeah, good location right here. We finally have the location that Jim Hawkins really cares about. Is a 4-cost uninkable, 3 move cost, 8 strength RLS Legacy Solar Galleon, 2 passive lore. This is our ship. Characters gain evasive all here and heave together. Now, if you have a character here, you pay 2 less to move characters of yours here. Obviously, that Jim Hawkins says whenever you play him, you may play a location of 4 cost or less for free and then move him there. So obviously, you move him here. It knocks down that move cost to 1, and we've seen how strong evasive can be at some point. So I think this is going to, if the combo works and it is something that can be set up, I wouldn't mind it. I think that obviously that 2 passive lore is really good. I know in conversations with a few people that have tested so far, location passive lore is actually not bad at all. So I'm very excited to see this in combination with the Jim Hawkins if it does become a combo that is effective in set 3. All right, so the next card we have is sorry guys, I think I'm getting an interruption in the broadcast.
Oh my god, we did it! Cusco's Palace, the best card in the set.
Don't read the card. Don't read the card, but it's the best card in the set easily. We did it. This is the greatest day of my entire life. Entire life. My wedding that I don't have, not as important. My future child, Cusco's Palace. We're so up right now, dude. This is the best. Stop the news, ending the Gazette, whatever. We did it. This is the best. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, I don't know what happened there, but we have Cusco's Palace, home of the Emperor. 3 costed inkable in Emerald, 3 move cost, and 7 willpower. City Walls. Whenever a character is challenged and banished while here, banish the challenging character. 1 passive lore. It is basically the Cusco from set 1 on a location. I like this. Doesn't die to Maui. Does die to Steel Maui, but we know that isn't played. Doesn't die to Maui. So Cusco Palace could be interesting if you're trying to make like an Emerald disruption deck. Control, obviously, I think we've seen Emerald be that control style play. I think Emerald Steel is going to get a lot of legs in this set. There's the Ursul Legendary, which we're going to talk about later. I'm very excited about that card. But this Cusco's Palace could see play. The inkability is always nice in Emerald. So yeah, Cusco's Palace, I really like this card. The next location we have is a 1-costed inkable in Steel, the Bayou Mr. Stromp. 1 move cost, 3 willpower. Very small location, 1 passive lore, but it says, show me the way. Whenever a character quests while here, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. This is combo material with the Beast Relentless, which readies whenever something is dealt damage, and then the Sheriff of Nottingham in this set, which deals 1 ping damage whenever you draw a card. So what basically you do is you quest with the Beast, you draw a card with the effect on Bayou, and then you ping with Nottingham, and then you just keep doing that until you have nothing left on the board to clear. That seems very deadly. I would watch out for it. Like I said, Emerald Steel has legs. This gives it legs. Don't underestimate this very cheap location because it can be very good when that combo gets going and it can come at you by surprise. So watch out for that. The final location we have today is probably the best location we got. It is a 4-costed inkable, 1 move cost for 7 strength, the Queen's Castle Mirror Chamber, 2 passive lore. Using the mirror, at the start of your turn for each character you have here, you may draw a card. Like Amethyst needed more draw. It's so cheap to move here. This is amazing in my opinion. We are going to get into a card that loves this later for the draw. I think you all know what it is, but Queen's Castle Mirror Chamber. Wow, I am excited about this card. The 2 passive lore seems great. It's very hard to remove with that 7 strength. Maui can't, or willpower. Maui can't run into it. This location excites me. I haven't really seen many locations that excite me, but the Queen's Castle really excites me. All right, so the next 3 cards we have came from a Dice Breaker article today, and it's another legendary. Perdita, we've been waiting on this card. Devoted Mother, 6 costed uninkable, 1 strength, 6 willpower, 2 lore, store run hero. Come along, children. When you play this character and whenever she quests, you may play a character with cost 2 or less from your discard for free. Obviously, this works with the Dalmatian Puppy cards. Obviously, those are 2 costs or less, but this also just works well with any aggro deck. The Lilo, the Maleficent, and Amethyst. If you're playing Amber Amethyst, you want this because obviously you play it down, you can get it and put it right back on your board. And whenever she quests, 6 willpower, harder to get rid of. Perdita, obviously legendaries. I'm going to go on and on about this set. They are really good. They have a lot of potential. They are going to shake up the format. And obviously we see another frame break here and more different art in the text box. I love that. Shout out to McFly. You know him. He works with all this stuff. It is amazing. But I do like Perdita. I think she works well in aggro. And obviously if you're going to make a 99 Dalmatians puppy deck, whatever, this goes right in and works very synergistically with it. We got a super rare in that article as well. Genie Supportive Friend, 4 cost, uninkable in Amethyst, which we don't see that uninkability in Amethyst a lot. 3 strength, 5 willpower with 1 lore, store 1 ally, 3 wishes. Whenever this character quests, you may shuffle this card into your deck to draw 3 cards. just draw. That's really all it is. It's nice. I don't see it seeing much play. Obviously, I think if it was inkable, it would make it a lot better. Drawing 3 cards is really nice, but in a color, in an ink that already has a lot of draw cards and wants to play other things, I would much rather play the Queen's Castle location on turn 4 than this. So while this is a fun card, the art is great, I don't necessarily like this card in a format that we are in currently. The final card we got from that article is I Will Find My Way, our first action and song of the video. 1 costed inkable and emerald, another emerald inkable card. Chosen character of yours gets +2 strength this turn. They may move to a location for free. I like this. I won't lie. Moving to a location for free is nice, especially like when you look at maybe RLS Legacy and that 3 move cost. If you don't have a character there, you can get this there right away. I don't know how well the Ruby and Emerald combination is going to work. I don't think it's that great, but this does open up a lot of things to be able to move to different locations for free. I think this is not a bad card. I wouldn't say it's great. I think this is a card that just does need testing. And I do really want to point out the art. You can see Hercules looking off into the distance at the Great Illuminary. That is just beautiful. I think it is really cool how they like put that together. I think it shows us a little bit more into the story of maybe how they get to the Great Illuminary. So art is great, ability is great. I'm excited about this card. All right, on to the big cards of the episode. IGN got to reveal 2 amazing legendaries. The first being Ursula, Deceiver of All, 3 costed inkable, 2 strength for real power with 1 lore, Dreamborn, Villain, Sorcerer. What a deal. When this character sings a song, you may play that song again from your discard for free, then put it onto the bottom of your deck. Mildex, this with A Whole New World, it's a possibility. You see how good all the other stuff in Emerald has been with Prince John and Bucky and that discard. If you get Ursula in there and you just play this down, play A Whole New World. Obviously, you can't sing it, but you can still sing it with other things and even hard cast it. It's a 5 cost, so it's pretty easy to hard cast in that manner. But Mildex may become a thing, and personally, I don't mind them. I like Mildex. I think they're fun to play. They're my kind of style. So this Ursula excites me. I think it is going to be one of the more powerful cards in the set. Obviously, it's a legendary, and these legendaries are just really good. And yeah, Ursula art is also fantastic. Frame break. I can't speak highly enough of this card. Great card, going to see play, I do believe. But the card that is probably going to be the most expensive of this set, don't quote me on that, but I am kind of confident in it, is Jafar, Striking Illusionist. 7 costed inkable, 4 strength, 5 willpower with 1 lore, Floodborn, Villain, Sorcerer, Shift 5, Evasive, Power Beyond Measure. During your turn, while this character is exerted, whenever you draw a card, gain 1 lore. Wow. The evasive on this makes it so much better. If it didn't have evasive, it would still be good, but the fact that it does have evasive makes it that much better. We know how much draw Amethyst has. I said the Queen's Palace, that this card loves it. I mean, A Whole New World, Amethyst, Steel gets so much better. Both of these legendaries from IGN get that card into a lot better of a shape. 7 lore off of A Whole New World, that's gnarly. Like, and he can sing, he can sing it, and I think that's a possibility. But this card is going to be very much playable. I don't expect this to be a cheap card. I will not lie. Right off the bat, I think Jafar, Striking Illusionist, is going to see. I see it over it again. It's going to see play. Like, I have to say that. And obviously, this art is tremendous. Nicola Saviori, well done. This is beautiful. Floodborn Jafar, I'm in love. Yeah, you can't really say much more about this card than it's just going to be really, really good. And then the end of the night, we got 2 more spicy cards straight from the Lorcana Discord. We got the final legendary in Sapphire, Grammatala, Spirit of the Ocean, 7 costed inkable, 4 strength, 8 willpower, 2 lore, Floodborn Mentor, Shift 5. Do you know who you are? Whenever a card is put into your inkable, gain 1 lore. We know how good Sapphire's ramp is. We've seen it with Fishbone Quill. Mickey Mouse, One Jump. I mean, there's more, I know, and the other Grammatala, the shift target for this is great. And we also have the little, very small Grammatala that goes after it's banished. It all makes sense now. This Grammatala, you shift it on 5, and you just start putting cards straight into your inkwell. And it always also goes off when you just ink for the turn. And so this maybe combined with the bell that lets you put another card, you can win the game very quickly with this card if your opponent isn't careful. Another legendary that is going to change the game. I'll say it now, these legendaries have been some of the best we've seen. I think Rise of the Floodborn had okay legendaries. Some were played, some weren't. But the legendaries in Inklands are going to be a lot better. Expect them to shift up the meta. Crossing my fingers on that Ruby Amethyst just doesn't take over again. But that these legendaries show what they're made of and can change the game for the good. And the final card we got today is another Sapphire card, again from the Discord. Mama Odie, Mystical Maven, 3 costed on Inkable, 1 Strength, 3 Willpower, 1 Lore. This going to be good. Whenever you play a song, you may put the top card of your deck into your Inkle face down and exerted. I'm interested in this card. I don't know how good it's going to be. Obviously, like, the big songs are in Steel, so maybe Sapphire Steel makes a resurgence. I think that is not a bad option. I just think this is like a card that does need to be tested to see if it does have a place. That 1 Strength does worry me that it really can't do anything. It does have 3 Willpower, which is more difficult to hit, but is that sweet spot that decks do like to hit. So Mama Odie, watch out for it. I think it could be played, but it does have to be tested. But yeah, those were all of the cards that we got today. Lots of goodies. These legendaries were amazing. I really can't wait to test this set. We just have 28 more cards to go at the time of recording. And yeah, Inklands comes out next week. Get excited. But that was edition 4 of the Illuminary Gazette. I am so thankful for everyone watching. If you did like this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and tell us what your favorite legendary is in the set. But for now, that was all. Thanks, everyone.